from the Channel3000.com Alert Center. This is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for joining us. The McFarland Police Department is making an effort to be more sensitive to victims of trauma, abuse, domestic violence, and sexual assault. They're hoping they can lead the way for other departments to do the same. Jamie Perez shows us what changes they've made. Jamie?
Well, they made changes to the room where those victims are questioned. The image on this screen here is what the room used to look like for years, but what they changed it to kind of reminds me of a counseling or therapy room, somewhere that victims can feel a bit more at ease, sharing details that are not easy to relive.
In what once looked like an interrogation room came much-needed changes to make victims of abuse, assault, or any sort of violence feel more welcome at the police department. The idea was brought up by McFarland Patrol Officer Joel Zietsma.
From our chief down, everyone cares about our victims that come in that we talk to.
And carried out with the help of Anna Moffett with the National Alliance on Mental Illness of Dane County.
We tried to pick colors that were, like I said, soothing and calming, and then just having, versus sitting in a hard chair, having a nice couch to sit on, to have pillows.
Most of the items here were donated. The police department spent less than $1,000 to create a safe space focused on victims and designed for comfort.
Would you personally be more comfortable sharing more intimate details in this space or the other?
This space.
I think just being in like an empty room with just the tables and that type of stuff, that it would just be kind of triggering for you and put you on kind of a high alert.
As someone who experienced domestic violence as a child, Moffett knows how beneficial a room like this can be.
You're going to get better information, and you're going to have a better relationship with the people that you're working with.
This is one extra step to help them do that. I'm happy that we did this thing.
Now, the room is not quite finished yet. They're asking students at the McFarland High School to paint a mural that will hang on the wall to make it feel a bit more welcoming. And again, the department just wants to hopefully inspire other departments. It only costs them less than $1,000 for a room that will really make a difference.
Jamie, thank you. New information tonight. School will be back in session tomorrow in Lake Mills after a bomb threat this morning that sent children home early. Police say one of the schools received a phone call with a specific recorded message. All of the schools were evacuated, and the students and staff were moved to a secure off-site location while several agencies searched, eventually cleared the buildings. This is the third bomb threat against local schools now in just the last 2 days. 4 Madison schools are placed on lockout status this morning. That was due to a shooting on the east side. 2 people, a parent and child, were shot while sitting in a vehicle. Police say the 2 were stopped at an intersection. Someone got out of another car and shot into their vehicle. Police believe it was targeted and say it's being investigated as an attempted homicide. No arrests have been made. Well, when this shooting happened, the Madison School District followed practices it had laid out in advance as part of its safety plan. A group of lawmakers looked at an audit of safety plans as part of a larger look at the school safety grant program that was started after the Parkland shooting in Florida. The state gave out about $100 million in grant money to help schools across the state upgrade their safety measures. The state attorney general said more needs to be done on mental health to advance the program.
We need to keep doing more work in this area. We need to make sure that our schools in Wisconsin are as safe as they can be, and that includes making sure that we have effective physical security, but we also need to make sure we're investing in things like long-term funding for mental health programs and social workers in our schools.
Madison schools got about $2.4 million in these grants. They use that to get new hardware on the doors, automatic locks, and phone and PA systems they can use to communicate in case of an emergency like they did today. All right, let's get a look at your first alert forecast. Here is Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti.
Eric, more clouds again today. The time lapse from the WISC Skycam on the west side of Madison shows mostly cloudy skies over the city. No sunshine whatsoever today, and even a couple of snow flurries this afternoon, but they were so brief and light that you can't even really see them on the time lapse. Doppler track right now shows the last of the snow showers moving out over southern Lake Michigan and away from Wisconsin. So where the flurries are over with for tonight, look for cloudy skies overnight and through the day tomorrow. Tomorrow's high temperature topping out at 30. Now we could see some flurries or freezing drizzle tomorrow night into Friday, but that'll be followed by milder weather for the weekend. I'll take a look at that forecast in more detail in a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. UW nurses gathered at a town hall tonight to rally support for their efforts to unionize.
We don't feel like we're able to advocate for patients the way that we used to be. There's fear of retaliation if we do advocate or express our concerns.
Nurses say they aren't giving up their fight. They answered questions from other labor activists and community members tonight. Back in December, nurses with UW Health wanted the hospital to voluntarily recognize them as a union. Last week, the hospital and clinic's board of directors said Act 10 legislation prevents them from doing that, but the nurses disagree. You have only a few more hours now to register to vote online or by mail ahead of this spring statewide primary. If you've moved, even if it's just down the hall in your apartment building, you'll need to update your voter registration. But if you do miss tonight's deadline, you'll still be able to register on Election Day. Just be sure to bring proof of address and an ID to your polling location. Senators spent hours today questioning Democratic House managers and President Trump's defense team. The issue of whether to call witnesses to testify hangs over the impeachment trial. If senators split on the witness issue, Chief Justice John Roberts would have to decide whether to cast the tie-breaking vote. At the same time, the Trump administration moving to block the former National Security Advisor's new book from being published. CBS News obtained a letter from the President's National Security Council to John Bolton's lawyer saying the manuscript contains top secret level classified information that may not be published or otherwise disclosed. Bolton's lawyer tells CBS News the team does not believe any of the information in the book could reasonably be considered classified. About 100 feet of newly installed border wall along the U.S.-Mexico border fell over today. Police said it happened a little before noon along the California border. No word on any damages or injuries. The wall was being worked on as part of the new border wall project launched by President Trump. Also tonight, Border Patrol in California are saying they've discovered the longest ever cross-border tunnel connecting Tijuana to San Diego. That tunnel, they say, is more than 4,300 feet long, nearly 3/4 of a mile. The next longest tunnel ever discovered was just under 3,000 feet. That was back in 2014. A 3-month-old baby was among 8 people injured in a high-rise residential building fire in Los Angeles that is being considered suspicious. City's fire chief says the fire started on the 6th floor, spread to the 7th floor of a 25-floor building in the Brentwood section of West Los Angeles. There were no sprinklers in that building. People could be seen walking out onto the ledges to escape the smoke. 2 adults are now said to be in critical condition. A crude oil tanker in the Persian Gulf caught fire today, prompting a warning from British naval officials to exercise extreme caution. That vessel, some 21 miles off the coast, officials with the U.S. military say they knew of the fire but had no further information. That fire comes amid heightened tensions in the region after the U.S. killed Iranian General Qasem Soleimani, and Iran then countered by firing ballistic missiles at Iraqi bases housing U.S. troops. Tonight, we are hearing for the first time from Kobe Bryant's wife, Vanessa, who posted a statement on Instagram about the loss of her husband and their daughter, Gigi, in Sunday's helicopter crash. She wrote in part, quote, "There aren't enough words to describe our pain right now. I take comfort in knowing that Kobe and Gigi both knew that they were so deeply loved. They were our beautiful blessings taken from us too soon." The Los Angeles Lakers also came together today for their first practice since Kobe Bryant's death. The NBA postponed yesterday's game between the Lakers and Clippers to give the team time to grieve. More than 200 Americans are being evaluated at a military base in California right now. They arrived earlier today after being flown out of Wuhan, China, where the coronavirus has now infected thousands of people. The U.S. government chartered the jet to evacuate Americans from the city. The passengers will remain at the base anywhere between 3 and 14 days. If any one of them becomes ill, they will be transported to a nearby hospital. New tonight, Google also temporarily shutting down all of its offices in China due to the outbreak. According to a report from The Verge, the shutdown includes all offices in mainland China, Hong Kong, Taiwan. Microsoft and Amazon are also taking similar precautions. And today, health experts, including scientists and physicians, met at the Health Services Learning Center downtown to answer questions that anyone might have about the virus.
One thing that we just want to convey is that even though this is, of course, an emerging condition and there's appropriate concern about what it might turn into, at the moment, it seems that at least in the U.S., there is not evidence of active, ongoing person-to-person transmission, which should be reassuring to the public.
Today, the World Health Organization said the spread of the virus outside of China is a grave concern. The organization will reconvene for an emergency meeting this week to decide whether it's a global health emergency. UW Police Department looking for some leads tonight about a strong-armed robbery at a campus bus stop. Around 5:15 tonight, a man described as being in his mid-20s, about 5'9", 180 pounds, with a full scruffy beard, attacked the victim at a bus stop near the Nielsen Tennis Stadium on campus. The victim told police the man stole their wallet and phone. Anyone with information is asked to contact the UW PD. Burglars smashed their way into Billy Joel's Long Island home, damaged his prized motorcycle collection. Sources say the burglars broke in through a garage door. Once inside, they vandalized 12 motorcycles and a home office. It's not known if anything was stolen. Billy Joel was not home at the time. We're now getting exact dates for when the Penny Library will be closing and moving into its new location. According to the City of Madison website, the interim library on Cottage Grove Road will close on February 16th, and then it'll take about a month to move everything into the new location a block away. It'll reopen on March 12th with an official ribbon-cutting ceremony. A memorial fund is being set up for a Madison woman and her daughter killed a month ago in a helicopter crash during a family vacation in Hawaii. Since their passing, the family of Amy and Jocelyn Gannon says the community has responded with an outpouring of love and support and has expressed a desire to continue the legacy of both women. To honor the lives and passions of both, the family has launched a memorial fund that will support women's empowerment as well as wildlife conservation. The fund has already raised more than $8,000 in just the first few days. And we have more information on how you can donate. Just go to our website, channel3000.com. And then this Friday, there will be a public memorial event to celebrate Amy's contributions to local startup community. That'll be at the Sylvie. All who knew them personally and professionally, they are welcome to attend. Still to come tonight, what Governor Tony Evers is doing to go after student loan debt, plus what the closure of Frank Lloyd Wright's College means for southern Wisconsin. That's just ahead. Stay with us.
Drive it today and get $5,000 total cash back. See your local Ford dealer.
Beat the cold with hot deals during Steinhoffel's winter sale. Save 30% store-wide plus an extra 10% off. Save big on this Lazy Boy rocker recliner, now $449. American-made sofa, now $539. These 3 American-made solid wood beds are under $799. And get an extra 10% off one of our most popular American-made solid wood dining sets. Plus, get 40% off all Canadel. These hot deals won't last long, so hurry in. Only at Steinhoffel's.
At Papa Murphy's, we're making flavor magic for just $9. Introducing the new Combo Magnifico, a magical combination of giant pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, and onions, all for just $9. Bake it yourself, then make it disappear. We make it, you bake it, Papa Murphy's.
Thank you. It's an honor to tell you that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
I love you!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. The biggest and best RV event in the Midwest is back. The News 3 Now. Madison Camper and RV show and sale. See over a mile's worth of RVs, camping equipment, and campgrounds under one roof. Tickets are just $10, and kids are free. Seniors, you're welcome at half price on Friday. Meet Gridiron Great Gilbert Brown Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Find out more and get your VIP ticket at MadisonRVShow.com. See you at the Alliant Energy Center, January 31st, February 1st, and 2nd.
Year 3 begins at Hogwarts in a special live concert event. Watch as a live symphony orchestra performs with the full movie projected on the big screen. Don't miss Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban in concert.
Tickets at Overture.org.
Do you have quality frames at affordable prices?
Yes.
So I can walk out of here with 2 pairs under $40?
Yes.
With prices this low, you don't need insurance. I'm Art Express.
Bright glasses.
Right price.
Right now.
In a plastic world, UW engineers are working on ways to reduce plastic use and waste.
The technology to recycle waste plastics is very inefficient, and then when we recycle them, they're all contaminated.
How we can all help fight the plastic plague. Thursday on News 3 Now at 10.
All right, welcome back. Get your Powerball tickets. The jackpot now at its highest level since March of last year when Wisconsin had a record-setting $768 million jackpot winner. The value tonight, $394 million before taxes. And here are your winning numbers. Good luck. 9, 12, 15, 31, 60, and a Powerball tonight is the number 2. If a jackpot is won tonight, it'll be the first of 2020. Unfortunately, the odds not in your favor. Why do they always put this in my script? 1 in 292 million chance of winning. Good luck. I hope you won. Governor Tony Evers signed an executive order today creating a student loan debt task force. It'll be led by Kathy Blumenfeld, Secretary of the State Department of Financial Institutions. Now, the task force will assess student debt and give long-term strategies to reduce it. We're hearing from the people running Frank Lloyd Wright's home, Taliesin, for the first first time since one of their nationwide programs was cut. Danica Lewis joins us now. She has the details. Danica.
Well, the nearly 90-year-old school, started by Frank Lloyd Wright himself, will close this summer. But those maintaining his Wisconsin home say they are focused on growing everything else that space has to offer. The School of Architecture at Taliesin is based out of the property near Spring Green and Wright's winter home in Scottsdale, Arizona. It's a joint program, and the executive director of Taliesin Preservation says while the board's decision to end the academic program came as a surprise, the mission of connecting visitors to their surroundings will continue.
We are continuing to work with existing partners, and we are also looking to expand partnerships for ways that we can continue to really build on the life here at Taliesin.
The school will stay open through the spring semester. It currently has 30 students, and officials are working with the design program at Arizona State University, that is, to allow those students to actually transfer credits over.
We're such a big part of Wisconsin history, and it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
Yeah, the school itself, a small part of the bigger part, but certainly an important one.
You hate to see any of it go
Yeah,
wrong.
absolutely.
All right, Danica, thank you.
Sure.
All right, let's go to weather now. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with the latest on your first alert weather.
Still cloudy, but there are some signs that may change. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. While we just can't break the clouds for the time being, and we'll probably see some flurries or freezing drizzle tomorrow night into Friday, there are signs that we'll see some sunshine, at least by Sunday. Look for upper 30s on Saturday with mostly cloudy skies, but I'm looking for high temperatures in the lower 40s with some sun on Sunday. As we check out the high temperature trend over the next 10 days, be around 30 for tomorrow, 32 on Friday, but getting up to 37 Saturday, and then low 40s for not only Sunday, but for Monday as well. We'll see some rain showers on Monday afternoon. That will change to snow Monday night into Tuesday and Wednesday, when we could see some snow accumulation and also colder weather toward the end of next week. The 6 to 10 day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center calls for above normal temperatures from Madison to the south and east, but below normal temperatures in the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook from Madison on toward the north and west. The pattern shifts a little bit, and that's mostly toward the end of that 10-day forecast and going a little bit beyond that. But out in the Pacific Ocean, a very energetic jet stream continues to plow with storm after storm moving across the central Pacific Ocean. And notice these kind of puffy clouds here. That's an indication of a lot of cold air. Near the ocean waters are relatively warm compared to the colder air aloft. That pops up those clouds. So that's a sign there's a lot of cold air here, a lot of warm air, of course, north of the Hawaiian Islands, and in between that active storm track. But notice the jet stream pushing northward into the northwestern part of the country. That's the milder Pacific air that's building and will shove its way eastward into the Midwest as we head towards Saturday and Sunday. It'll be about a 2-day period that we'll see above normal temperatures and then see a change towards some of that colder air that's in the Gulf of Alaska starting to move southward. Right now, each of these little wiggles in the jet stream touches off an area of cloudiness. The next one out to the west of us will bring in those snow showers or flurries and some freezing drizzle tomorrow night into Friday. Right now, high pressure is located right about over Iowa, but the winds are very light through much of the Midwest, so we're not seeing much in the way of any kind of air movement right now. Future track shows the clouds continuing for the next couple of days. What else is new there? But you can see the wind shift to a little more southerly direction. That can be strong winds, but that will start our temperatures going up by a couple of degrees each day. Then here comes that little weather system in from the west with some flurries or some freezing drizzle tomorrow night into the day on Friday. That will pass out of here Friday night. Saturday, we'll still see the clouds lingering around, but there are some signs that some clearing that'll be developing across Minnesota and Iowa on Saturday will start moving eastward, and as that happens, we should see some sunshine by Sunday. Now, for next week, that future track snowfall forecast moving southward a little bit, but still a potential for at least a couple of inches of snow over southern Wisconsin. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy. Quiet during the day, high temperature at 30. And as we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, you can see those temperatures going up a few degrees each day, all the way up to 42 on Groundhog's Day, when we'll see some sunshine, and Jimmy the Groundhog will probably see his shadow as well. And that will lead to colder weather at the end of next week after that snow on the Tuesday, Wednesday.
I had somebody ask me the other day if Gary thought we'd have 6 more weeks of winter, but that's not really your thing, right? That's the Groundhog's thing.
That's Jimmy talking.
You leave that to Jimmy. And on Sunday, yeah, it's looking like you'll see that shadow. We know what that means.
It means that we'll see some sun finally.
That is more important. Gary, thank you. All right, the Badgers, boy, tough day for them. They'll be without 2 starters when they square off against the Michigan State Spartans this weekend. And Kevin Lewis joins us. We'll have those details coming up.
News 3 Now, first First Alert Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Save on everything for your projects now at Menards. Right now, get free carpet pad after rebate with the purchase of any woven back carpet. Pick up Huntington plush carpet for just 59 cents per square foot. Get a remarkable paint at an incredible value with Pittsburgh Ultra Interior Paint. It's a paint and primer in one that provides a durable finish. Get a gallon of Ultra Flat Interior Paint for $15.97 after rebate. Right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm a little old to count down the days, but my ski trip to Cascade Mountain with my cousin each year, so much fun. We used to pretend like we were flying. Now, we really do. My dad and my uncle like that we still ski free. But Noah and I, we just have fun. See you there.
Dear Cabin Fever, we've got the cure for your woes. Because when winter advises you to stay inside with tea and blankets, our available all-wheel drive says come out and play. Head for thrills in the hills and take the rugged road less traveled. Trust us, you'll feel better in no time. Doctor's orders, Toyota SUVs.
Right now, get $2,500 customer cash on a spacious new 2019 Toyota Highlander. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Winter in Wisconsin means snow, blustering winds, and sub-zero temperatures. Will your insulation keep your home warm? Frank Construction can always help. We're your roofing and insulation pros. We'll find cracks and air pathways in your insulation that are letting in the icy cold and hindering your comfort. With our thermal imaging and cutting-edge insulation techniques, you'll be sure that your home will be warm and energy efficient for many years to come. Visit frankconstruction.com today and prepare your home for the long winter.
Like you, my hands are everything to me. But I was diagnosed with Dupuytren's contracture, and it got to the point where things I took for granted got tougher to do. Thought surgery was my only option. Turns out, I was wrong. So when a hand specialist told me about non-surgical treatments, it was a total game changer. Like you, my hands have a lot more to do. Learn more at faxonhand.com today.
Mornings look a little different in every household, but weekday or weekend mornings, most of us just want to know what happened overnight and what's up in the day ahead. So turn on News 3 Now this morning, 7 days a week, for everything you need to plan your day.
The Badger men's basketball program moving forward without two of its starting five. One short-term, one long-term. Guard Kobe King announcing via the Gram that he's leaving Wisconsin. King thanked the fans and coaches, but said stepping away for good is the right thing to do. The La Crosse native did not make the trip to Iowa Monday night. The school said he was dealing with a personal matter. King, a redshirt sophomore, averaged 10 points and 3 rebounds per game this season. Head coach Greg Gard said he's disappointed with the timing of the announcement, but wished King the best, adding, "We are a resilient team. I am confident in our staff and players. We are moving forward fully committed to each other and to achieving our collective goals." Well, it gets worse. The Big Ten suspended Brad Davison 1 game for violating the conference sportsmanship policy and showing a pattern of similar behavior. This coming after Davison hit an Iowa player in the nether regions while fighting through a screen Monday night, so he will not be available Saturday when the Badgers host Michigan State. Michigan State hosting Northwestern. Tonight, upset alert? No, not even close. Cassius Winston led all scorers with 18 points, and the Spartans roll 79-50. They are 8-2 in Big Ten play. After sweeping arch-rival Minnesota this past weekend, the reward for the top-ranked Wisconsin women's hockey team, extra practice this week. That's the mentality of a team that's 23-2-1 and favorites to repeat as national champions. Badgers head coach Mark Johnson says you can't get focused on what's happening in a week or 2 or 3 because you lose focus on what you have to do today.
Within a game, it's, every face-off. When you're playing these high-ranked teams, it's every shift is important. And how do I conduct myself and how do I play in that shift? And like in basketball, one play can make a difference in the whole game. It might happen early, it might happen in the middle, it might happen at the end. And so you want to make sure that you don't blink and you're focused in.
NBA players Terrence Ross and Spencer Dinwiddie changed their numbers from 8, which was one of 2 numbers Kobe Bryant wore during his career, the other being 24. Bucks guard Pat Connaughton plans on keeping the number 24, using it as his unique way of remembering what Bryant stood for. A former basketball and baseball standout at Notre Dame, Connaughton will continue to wear the 2-4 as a reminder of what got him to the NBA.
Always thought, Kobe had a great line. I don't know if it's the reason he wore it or not, but, there's 24 hours in a day, and how are you best utilizing them? And for me, as a 2-sport guy, I had to utilize all 24 hours in order to make sure I put myself in the best position to succeed at both, and much to my mother's demands, succeed in school too. So that was, the main reason I've always wanted to wear it and always wanted to continue to wear it. And I think that mentality that Kobe had is it speaks to that.
How does a billionaire like Cowboys owner Jerry Jones show up for the Super Bowl in Miami? That is how. A $250 million super yacht. No word if Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy was partying with his new boss like they were when they signed that contract. I certainly hope so. Look at that thing. One more break. I'll wipe up my drool and we'll be back.
For over 40 years, Kitchen Idea Center has partnered with discerning contractors, designers, and architects, bringing their clients' vision to life, featuring Play-Doh woodwork cabinetry. Kitchen Idea Center, designing for you and your life.
25 years ago, one extraordinary show danced its way into history. Riverdance. Now it's time for the next step. Experience the breathtaking phenomenon, Riverdance, the 25th anniversary show.
At Overture Center, January 28th through 30th. Get your tickets today at overture.org.
We're here at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, looking back at some of today's amazing plays.
Check it out, the old double play. 2 machines at once.
I'm not even sure that's allowed. And how about this celebration?
Man, these guys are on form. Yeah. And an incredible drink delivery. Whoa! What a great recovery.
Yeah, and that beer looks pretty delicious.
It sure does. Let's join them.
Heck yeah.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Earn now, spend later during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Rewards Members Dollar Days. Now through February 2nd, Rewards members earn $15 in Blaine's Bucks for every $100 they spend in store. Redeemable just like cash, February 6th to the 16th. Start earning now on Farm and Fleet snacks for the big game, all 10% off, or 1-pound bags of Dots pretzels, just $4.99. Not a Rewards member? Sign up for free today and start earning Blaine's Bucks now to spend later, just like cash. That's genuine value from Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Ashley Home Store's Mattress Marathon kicks off this weekend. We've worked with the world's best mattress manufacturers to bring you the biggest mattress sale of the entire year. Get our best deals ever on Tempur-Pedic and save $500 instantly. Plus, get a top brand pillow for $1 with your purchase. Hurry in and save $700 instantly on cooling gel memory foam mattresses from iComfort. Tons of freebies. Plus, mattress doorbusters that you have to see to believe. There's no better time to get the best savings on sleep. Only at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
I've been down this road before and I've seen a thing or two. I've met every devil, so I'm not afraid of
you. Ford EcoSport. Drive it today and get $5,000 total cash back. See your local Ford dealer.
Searching for a new kitchen? Look no further than Kitchen Idea Center, a trusted kitchen design center for over 40 years, featuring Play-Doh woodwork cabinetry. Kitchen Ideas Center, designing for you and your life.
Join us on News 3 Now this morning.
I think Mike McCarthy was on that boat. He's scrubbing the deck.
Well, whatever it takes to pay your way. You know, the transfer hasn't gone to the account yet, but
that was definitely
$250 million. That's Canolti style.
Arriving in style in Miami.
My style being a rowboat.
Taking on water, too.
A little fishing.
Weather looked pretty good down there in Miami, as it always is this time. They've been cool a little bit last week, but...
not bad down there.
And they got some sun, which
and they have some sunshine, which we're missing right now. Last of the flurries are pretty much gone. Temperatures over the next 12 hours bottoming out in the upper teens by tomorrow morning and then starting to climb after that. Look for a high tomorrow of about 30. Should be dry during the day. Maybe some flurries or freezing drizzle tomorrow night into Friday. Friday's high at 32, but 37 on Saturday, even with clouds. But Sunday, some sunshine, 42, so Jimmy can see his shadow and Sun Prairie, and then some rain Monday, followed by snow Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, we'll do better tomorrow. Charlotte says she'll be back. My sources tell me she's feeling better. We'll see you tomorrow, folks. Thanks for joining us.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
We start by acknowledging that sadly equal and opportunity are loaded words, but they are also perfect in their simplicity. Everyone wants a fair shake and the same chance to pursue health, prosperity, and happiness as any and everyone else. Equal opportunity is a shared concern, and too many people feel like they don't have it in this world today. Like every issue on our agenda this year, equal opportunity is intentionally broad in scope. It embraces pursuit of learning, employment, and justice. It includes accessibility for people of different abilities and with disabilities. Income inequality is a major barrier to equal opportunities. So is geography, where we live in many cases. Dishonest politicians have reduced equal opportunities for citizens who vote. And of course, we have to acknowledge our prejudices and biases of privilege enjoyed by the increasingly few. We're going to highlight equity issues wherever we find them. Tomorrow, our final shared concern, the environment.